Peace, love, and light. This is like pulling teeth for me. Uh, Forcing myself to get on this internet every day. Where is the family reunions, the cookouts, meet, let's greet. Uh, Everything is not for the internet. That's how people are able to copy. While we have so many pretenders out here pretending to be something that they're not, when clearly we know. The believers and non-believers, and who your father is and who my father is, and but I want to remind you how good, how awesome, how believable the Most High. Otherwise, I would not be here. My life would not be mine. My mind would not be mine. My mind would be stranded. If he wasn't real. I mean in spirit. Because it's like we got to start back at the basics. Because this evilness, this darkness, have caused so many individuals to be confused. Well, the ones we have left. Because so many of us have lost ones in these times that we're experiencing right now. It's so clear to me. Why all the things happen to me that happened to me. I feel like my father wanted to see if I was going to get up. Every time I was attacked. And as far as I can remember, I'll say age 3, that was the beginning. And if my father didn't walk with me, I probably wouldn't even be here, but I know for sure my mind would not be my mind. Pain will cause mental imbalance, to be mentally unbalanced. So we're not always born with mental health. Sometimes it's how we've been treated as the cause of our mental health. This is a mess. But I feel like everything in the dark is being exposed with a high beam light. All the things I prayed for. I didn't isolate myself because I was afraid. Of any individual. I isolated myself because how I was treated. Starting within my family, and then the outside. And I used to always, when I used to pray, because when I was young, I went to church with a couple of family members, like my aunt and uncle. So I knew a little of God, but not everything about God. So when I would have those breakdowns and, blaming myself, I realized it wasn't my fault. And I rise up for the children, for the lost. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of you adults out here, you need to check yourself. Especially if you my age, around my age or older. I'll just say I crossed into 50. Don't say that. I crossed into 50. And I hear people saying, oh, it's the life they've been through, or, what you expect, look at their life and all that. And that's not always true. Because I could have been evil. I could have been addicted to drugs. But I couldn't get addicted to drugs. I can't. I couldn't. I feel like my experience with even trying anything, it takes control. It takes control. I know some suppressing or taking the pain away, but it's not. It's not. Because once you're sober, it's still there. And sometimes you feel worse. It doesn't take it away. But I understand. I over, inner, and understand how it can happen. But I've never liked anything to control me. I realize if I give my control away, I might not agree with how this person or whoever is trying to control me. I know how it feels to be mistreated. I know how it feels not to be accepted with your family. I know how it feels within my own community, skin color. You too light, you too dark. Like, it's a mess. So I did not raise myself being ignorant. And it seems like ones that had a good life. When I say good, I mean you had everything that you needed. And I guess once too. Because it's good when you have what you need. But most of them I came in contact with, they're evil. They carry so much darkness. Things don't come from the kindness of their heart. Most of the time is to remind a person what they have done for them. And I never liked nobody putting nothing right here, like holding nothing over my head. It was too difficult to survive out here without having family support, you know, family that love you unconditionally, loyalty, you know, there's within family or friends. And once I took myself out of the streets, the noise, I never really did extra because I never liked drama. I never, like, it was so important to elevate my mind, keep my mind elevated, so I didn't think about any of the pain or the struggle that I was dealing with. So I had to stay. Alone. For like a decade. And this right here, it's hard for me to talk to this phone. I'm used to engaging with others with eye contact. I'm not used to talking to a phone. Like, this is This is not going to be me for a long period of time. Because I don't feel good about this. Like, I don't even feel like I can say everything that I need to say and want to say. Because I don't own this. This is not mine. The darkness, the evilness, all things that my soul was like, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. So I'm trying my best to come and record myself, do some videos, but I'm better with having conversations and not doing this. But I just know if there's one individual that I can assist, in their healing journey, then that's I don't want to say that's enough because it's not enough, but the way that I guess this internet thing works is somebody tells somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, or I was told that you gotta have these many people or subscribe and all this. I'm not here to tell nobody to do nothing. Because now, this is affecting me. This is affecting my livelihood. And I have a voice. And nobody's going to stop me from speaking the truth. And it's my family. I know that is one thing that they had a problem with, was me speaking the truth, was me asking questions, because I need clarity. I needed an understanding so that I could heal. I just don't understand how somebody could bring a child in this world and not be responsible for them. I'm only coming outside now because mine is grown. But I still have a grandchild. And there's plenty of innocent children out here. And they're being mistreated on purpose because someone has in their little teensy brain that everything belongs to them. that everything belongs to them, and that they can take, they can steal, they can harm, they can do whatever they want. Like I said before, I'm going to say it again. You may be above the law, but you're not above God. You are not above the Most High. Why do you think that things are being witnessed and light is being shined on your darkness? I don't look to no individual, no human being, and say, oh, that's God. You can't tell me, go do that, or go fight for me, and I'm going to go fight. You can't tell me, go commit a crime, and I'm going to go commit that crime. You can't put no battery in my back. But I see how you was able to do that. All of y'all. I walk with the ancestors. God walks with me, and I walk with him. And he never communicated that with me, that any individual owned me. That I have to accept you mistreating me or mine. That's why I don't have a career right now. I chose to raise my children so that nobody put their hands on them, is able to mistreat them, hurt, abuse them in any type of way. I lay down for mine. And that's how I feel about the children, because they're innocent. Ever since this been going on with this politics, children are being unalived. Every day. It seemed like every minute. Because you don't know what to do. With your mental. So you lose control. And you take it out on the children. So I came across something last night, and like I don't carry bones, but I'm gonna most definitely get to the bottom of this. That all these children, something is going on with the children in Virginia, and I don't know, but I'm gonna look into it. Then on top of everything else, this is being allowed when everything is clear. Ray Charles, where's Stevie? I'm sure they can see it. Enough is enough. Regardless. And you should already know that. You could take everything from me. Like it's been done plenty of times. But you can't take my peace. The God that lives inside of me. You cannot. I'ma eat. I'ma heal. You take the Medicaid. You take the what they said, SNAP. I don't even get that SNAP. I wish I did. Can we change the law? Like, I wish I did. But that's a problem. That's uh it should be illegal. There's people out here already was starving. There's people out here that's already homeless. I just feel disrespected, insulted, many things right now. Because I know better. That's what make me do better. Knowing better. And I would think somebody older than me would know better too. Or maybe they know better. They know they lying. But still refuse to do better. It took me most of my life to understand my mind. To be able to train the mind. To be able to master the mind. And this is not from reading books, from taking classes. This is me going within myself and cleansing whatever doesn't feel right in my soul. There is no slaves. Well, I guess so. Let me take that back. Maybe. Well, I can't even say that. I was gonna say maybe not in the United States of America, but no, that's not true because I've seen people treat people like they work for them and they not even get paid. So that's not true. That's why I said you gotta be careful with the words because you gotta be able to explain something that it's not going to be confusing or to confuse someone that doesn't understand. I used to ask people from like back in the 90s and stuff when, no, I would ask them, what made you want to come here? Like, what made you want to come if you from like an island or somewhere? Why would you want to come here? That's because I did not understand what was happening where they came from until I got older. And then I understood. So that's why I didn't have a problem. I didn't have an issue with anybody wanting to come to the United States of America to get away from things that America had an issue with. The difference is that over there, the leaders was allowed to do that, and over here, we had a constitution and wasn't allowed unless something was being done in a sneaky way. Because we have laws, because we have rights, and I don't know if this dude over here at this house legalizing smoke or what, but somehow it's a lot of sleepwalkers out here. You don't get to play with my livelihood. You might play with your livelihood or maybe even your children's livelihood. You don't get to play with mine. I'm not accepting that. You taking the food from the children. You taking the health care from people. You trying to unalive us. You already have many. And y'all standing over there, y'all laughing, y'all sitting there backing up lies. Y'all not telling the truth. But there are some out here telling the truth, and I'm one. I'm going to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. I saw last night Nancy Grace on the scene, and she telling the truth. Dr. Carr over there, Greg Carr, he been telling the truth. But y'all didn't want to bring your eyeballs back home. Like he said. Roland be saying some things, but I can't take the yelling sometimes. You know how they say sometimes you gotta know how to talk to people, but I understand, we be passionate about some things, but some people you gotta can't be hollering and stuff. That's why sometimes I can't watch. But otherwise, I never got caught up like too much with the TV. I like First 48. Cops. Showing people getting held accountable for their actions. Not to watch to get confused or misled or argue, debate. I have to rise. For the children. I have to rise. Snatching people. I'm not dealing with this. I don't have to deal with this. And you're not going to tell me that I do. You can't hypnotize me. You came through here, you swept through here and took everything. Any accomplishments that black people have made, you came and took it. Y'all came and took it. You didn't have enough money? You didn't have enough food? You don't have medical care? You snatching people off the streets? And that's starting to make me feel some type of way because I don't know where my oldest son is. And haven't talked to him for a while. With all my being, I will find my child. And when I say child, he in his 30s, but he's still my child. What you are doing, and this may resonate and may not resonate, but who I'm talking to, it's going to resonate. Do you really think that no one sees through the lies? through the mind games? Are you going to force me to go out and fight for you? Who are these people? Who are these people that's snatching people? What are these websites that people are running to tell individuals, if you know about somebody, about a person, international or foreign person, whatever, to call them and you're going to get rewarded? You have, it's so funny. You so funny. I'm cracking up. Have the military here in the DMV telling lies. I've been here my entire life. Yeah, there's crime. There's crime everywhere. But is it all these lies making it something that is not? Just so you can be evil and nasty. There's some of us, we see through that, and you ain't fooling nobody. But yourself. And you know what? I'll give y'all credit for one thing. As I can admit that a lot of things that happened before I was born, I didn't know anything about. In my younger years, I was so focused on raising my children that I didn't have time. Well, I won't say time, but time. But plus my mental to go dig in the history. Because it took everything in me to keep going each and every day. To get over my own issues, to get past my own issues. To be able to raise my children without me mixing my issues with me raising these children and not being abusive. Or treating them like they asked to be born. So I'm like, at least none of them can tell me that I allowed somebody to harm them, mistreat them. I didn't protect them. I didn't love them. I'm like, now I'm about to do me and see how it feels to be, feels on that other side of finally being able to feel good. Then y'all come out the dark bold, like none of this is against the law, to start being abusive or make me feel and think that I'm not worth it. I'm not enough.